"We can't find West. Everything looks wrong." Those were the last clear words heard from Flight 19. 5 aircraft vanished at the same time, and nothing has ever been recovered. It was December 5th, 1945, at the Naval Air Station in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The air was heavy with humid heat that clung to the skin, thick with the smell of aviation fuel and ocean salt. The sea beyond the runway looked strangely calm that day, smooth and metallic like a sheet of steel under a fading sun. Conditions were perfect. A good day to fly. A forgettable day. Ordinary. 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers sat lined up on the runway. Engines rumbling, cockpits trembling. This was just supposed to be a routine navigation training mission. Nothing unusual, nothing dangerous. Nothing that should become history. The instructor, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, was experienced, respected, and decorated. But that afternoon he seemed unsettled. Those who saw him said there was something in his expression, a tension, a hesitation. Earlier he had quietly said, "I have a strange feeling about this one." No one responded. Pilots don't entertain superstition. The aircraft took off at 2:10 p.m., lifting into a flawless sky. For the first 30 minutes, everything went exactly as planned. Formation tight, instruments steady, the ocean below glittering with sunlight. Then slowly, something began to shift. The compasses started to drift off course, not violently, not chaotically, just subtly wrong. First one compass, then the backup on multiple planes, pointing in directions that made no sense. That is not something that happens. Taylor's voice came over the radio. "We can't find West. We don't know where we are." The tower responded calmly. "Follow the sun. The sun is in the west. Just fly toward it." A long pause followed. Then Taylor replied softly, "The sun doesn't look like it's in the right place." The ocean below no longer reflected the sky. It looked dark, flat, like an endless black road stretching to nowhere. The horizon blurred, sky and sea melting into each other with no clear boundary. One of the younger pilots spoke, trying to stay steady. "Sir, it feels like we're flying in circles, but we're not turning." Another voice strained. "My instruments are spinning. I can't trust anything I'm seeing." Taylor exhaled into the microphone. "Something is wrong with the sky." His voice wasn't panicked, just remarkably calm, a kind of acceptance. Communication with the tower became warped, stretched, like the voices were traveling through a long tunnel underwater. Hours passed, fuel ran low. The final clear transmission came with quiet certainty. "When the first plane goes down, we all go down together." Then the sky went silent. The Navy immediately launched a rescue aircraft with 13 men on board. It disappeared too. No distress call. No smoke, no debris. It simply vanished. In total, 27 men, 6 aircraft gone. No wreckage has ever washed ashore. No fragments have been found on the ocean floor. No trace at all. The official investigation could not explain the compass failures, could not explain the disappearing rescue craft. The report ended with one line: "It is as if they flew off the face of the earth." But the most disturbing detail is this. If they were where they believed they were, a simple 180-degree turn would have brought them home. A basic maneuver every pilot knows from their first days of training. Yet every man in the air believed West had disappeared, not hidden, not misread. Gone. So let me ask you something. If the world around you suddenly felt unfamiliar, if the sky itself refused to match your memory, if every instrument you trust turned against you, would you trust your training, your senses, your commander, or something deeper, something ancient, something you feel crawling along your spine? If you know the world is stranger than we are told, stay. You are among your own.